Another opportunity for Jefferson to serve as an envoy in France came in September, a further sign that Jefferson's performance as governor, while no one's finest hour, with the possible exceptions of Jewett and of Martin Hemmings, was not politically fatal. Yet Jefferson declined the diplomatic appointment. He had, he said, taken my final leave of everything of that nature, have retired to my farm, my family, and books, from which I think nothing will ever more separate me. With this disinterested assertion of bucolic retirement, though, came a determination to stay in Virginia politics long enough to clear his name. A desire to leave public office with a reputation not more blotted than it has deserved will oblige me to emerge at the next session of our Assembly, and perhaps to accept of a seat in it. But as I go with a single object, I shall withdraw when that shall be accomplished, he said in September 1781. He was to stay out of office for about a year and a half, a period in which he suffered much from the pain of the rumors about his governorship. Yet he could never totally withdraw from the world, and the world's opinion still mattered to him. In October 1781, the Americans triumphed at Yorktown, effectively ending the war. Still captive, as were several other Jefferson slaves, Isaac Granger Jefferson witnessed the battle. There was tremendous firing and smoke. Seemed like heaven and earth was come together, he recalled. He remembered hearing the cries of the wounded. When the smoke blow off, you see the dead men laying on the ground. The war was won, and to most appearances Thomas Jefferson had triumphed, his cause vindicated and victorious. A French visitor to Monticello in 1782, the Marquis de Châteauroux, came away dazzled by its master. Let me describe to you a man, not yet 40, tall, and with a mild and pleasing countenance, but whose mind and understanding are ample substitutes for every exterior grace. An American, who, without ever having quitted his own country, is at once a musician, skilled in drawing, a geometrician, an astronomer, a natural philosopher, legislator, and statesman. A senator of America, who sat for 2 years in that famous Congress which brought about the Revolution, a governor of Virginia, who filled this difficult station during the invasions of Arnold, of Phillips, and of Cornwallis, a philosopher in voluntary retirement from the world and public business because he loves the world, inasmuch only as he can flatter himself with being useful to mankind. For no object had escaped Mr. Jefferson, and it seemed as if from his youth he had placed his mind, as he has done his house, on an elevated situation from which he might contemplate the universe. This was how Jefferson wanted to be seen. The reality, he felt, was rather different. He believed himself a failure. Even the American victory could not take Jefferson's mind completely off his controversial final hours as governor. He told James Monroe that one of the worst aspects of the legislative inquiry was the possibility that the public would believe that he stood arraigned for treasons of the heart and not mere weakness of the head. Attacks on his service, he said, had inflicted a wound on my spirit which will only be cured by the all-healing grave. He added a final note. Mrs. Jefferson has added another daughter to our family. The child was named